Okay, so we've done our little color adjustment, and now we're going to look at fixing audio. So the audio that we have is good quality, but the issue with it is that it's too quiet. So hopefully when I press play here, you're going to be able to actually hear the talking.
Yeah. What is something that you're really proud of achieving?
Oh, crikey. You've got that. That is a difficult one.
So the audio is good quality, but it's a bit too quiet. And I know it's a bit too quiet because when I'm playing it back here, it's mainly just going to about -12, where I actually want it to be coming up close, but not all the way to 0.
I mean, I'm proud I got elected councillor because even now I sit there and I'm like, how did that happen? And
So you
I
can
ended up being the
see
mayor
that
of Stoke.
there, hovering around -12, and we need to make that a bit louder. Now you remember that with the adjustment layer, we were able to change everything beneath it. You can't really make an adjustment layer for audio, so what I'm going to recommend you do is zoom all the way out using your minus button, click and drag to select all of your audio. It will select all your video as well, so you definitely want to do this only when you're sure that you're happy that all your cuts have been made in the right way. And right click and do something called make a nest. So what I did there was I right clicked on these clips and made a nest. And that will just nest all these clips together like this. You can always get it out of that nest, but it's kind of turned it into one block. That means we can just apply the effects very simply. So we should already be in the effects tab, but if you're not, get to the effects workspace on your version of Premiere, click on that little button up here that brings a drop down menu. And I'm going to click at the top for effects. And I'm going to start by typing in the word multiband. By the time I get to multiband compressor should come up. We're going to do something called compressing the audio. I'm not going to explain what that is in detail because, to be fair, I think at this stage you don't need to know. Just suffice to say that it will increase the overall volume of the audio. So I'm going to put my multiband compressor, I'm going to click and I'm going to drag it onto the audio channel. So what I did there was I clicked and I dragged it onto that channel. And now that effect has been applied to my video. However,
I'm the mayor of Broxtowe, and
when I play it back, there's no change yet because I haven't actually asked that effect to do anything yet. Up in the top left, you should have a tab called Effect Controls, and we can now see FX Multiband Compressor. When I click on Edit here, that brings up a box, and from that box, again, because we're not learning how to be super ninja audio engineers and we're keeping it simple, I'm going to click on Broadcast. So I've added a default broadcast multiband compressor. You don't need to know what that means, but when you press play,
a couple of weeks period where I did both at the same time. So a lot of things
you'll notice that things are significantly louder.
I did when I was at the mayor of Broxtowe was firsts. Like normally the mayor has somebody to take with them everywhere, and it's not.
So you shouldn't be hitting into the red here. If you do,
Normally the same person. Everywhere where I went.
Oh, I am a little bit too loud. So I've got my overall volume here, which is this line at the bottom, and I can wing that down a wee bit.
When I took a different person because I wanted everyone in the community.
And now it's not hitting into the red. If you are still too quiet, search for something called a hard limiter. Drag that down and then go on to edit and pick the setting called light or medium. Try light at first.
To experience it, enjoy it. I've done job fairs, that's helped hundreds of people into work.